Welcome sixth grade, Mr. Robertson here. Who here has watched on TV and seen commercials about paper towels? Today we are doing the Thirsty Towel Lab. This is a lot of fun, very exciting and everything. But on these commercials you see on TV, every one of them claim to be the best. They absorb the most water. They do. Today we are going to use our scientific experience to learn which one actually absorbs the most water. So let's start off with what we're learning about independent, dependent, and control variables. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip these paper towels in a graduated cylinder of water and measure how much each towel absorbs. First, let's start with the independent. Remember, independent is I chop. That's independent change. So what are we changing in this experiment? We are changing the paper towel brand. Now going to the dependent variable, that is what we're measuring. So like I said, we're going to measure how much water each towel absorbs. And the control. The control is what stays the same in this experiment. So we're going to have the same amount of water, and that's 50 milliliters. We're going to have the same graduated cylinders, they're exactly the same. The same liquid, which is water. I forgot one. We're going to have the same time. We're going to put the towel in the water for a total of 5 seconds. And control variables can be unlimited. We can come up with all kinds of stuff, where it's sitting, the temperature of the room, it just goes on and on and on. So we're going to focus on the main, most obvious ones. All right, so to get started on this, let's start with the graduated cylinder. You can see that they're all at 50 milliliters. And you probably can't see it, but you will learn it when you get back into the class about the meniscus. Remember that you have the circular level of water, so you're going to measure at the bottom of the meniscus. And the bottom of the meniscus is at 50 milliliters on all of them. So let's look at the towels. First one we have is the Members Mark Super Premium. Now these are premium towels, okay? They are strong and what? Absorbent. Okay, this is a mega roll. That's our first one. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. And we are going to do several trials of this. So I'm going to leave the brand name right in front so they do not get mixed up. Second, we have nice paper towels. Nice with a hand. They're ultra quilted. Strong and absorbent again. So these paper towels, a large paper towel roll. So we'll get this one open. That's number 2. And our final one, the Bounty.
Quicker picker
Bounty
upper.
Essential, the quicker picker upper. Yeah, that is true. So these are 2-ply for more uh-ohs. So when you make a mistake, they clean up better. They claim. So that's it. Full sheets. So that's our third type. So we're going to go ahead and take it off. Have that right there. That is our third one. So this experiment's a lot of fun because what we're doing is we are going to do it 3 times to make sure there's no error in our part. And we're going to write it up here on the trial board. So we have the brand 1, Members Mark, brand 2, Nice, brand 3, Bounty, trial 1, trial 2, and trial 3, and the average. Got to make sure you do the average. Okay, so we're going to mark off, we can almost start off with, this is where we start, 50 milliliters, 50 milliliters, 50 milliliters. And what did I remember? I bet you didn't remember. Ah, no, I think you did remember. The units, always remember the units. 50 milliliters. Don't put 50 up there. I don't know if you're talking about gallons, drops, or what? Temperature, degrees. But now you know that I'm talking about milliliters. All right, so I am going to use my phone for a timer, clock. And we're going to put each one of them in for 5 seconds. Okay? And you just set it straight down into it. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove it. Okay. So now I'm going to turn this and measure.
At eye level.
At eye level, at the bottom of the meniscus, that is 34 milliliters.
So then
look.
you come over here, and on trial 1, it would be 50 milliliters. There's 34 milliliters left in the graduated cylinder. So that means on the first trial, the paper towel absorbed 16 milliliters.
All right. Now, let's move on to trial 2. So that is our Nice brand. Okay. Let's get the clock ready. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove. I'm going to turn this. And that is actually at 30 milliliters at the bottom.
So then the same thing. You come over here. There's 30 milliliters left in the graduated cylinder. You subtract it. So the first trial for the Nice brand absorbed 20 milliliters.
Now to the last brand. This is exciting. I really like this one. And I know how much the students like it as well, but you're not here. So
Cheer.
we don't have as much stuff to clean up either.
Sad face.
So here we go. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one is actually at, the top of the meniscus is at 30, but the bottom of the meniscus is at 29. So that is 29 milliliters.
Okay, so over on the chart, you add that to your first trial for brand 3. So there's 29 milliliters left in the graduated cylinder, so 50 minus 29. The first trial for Bounty absorbed 21 milliliters.
Well, as I reset for round 2, here we go. So we're back to the members mark. The members mark, but we're moving to trial 2, okay? So let's get the clock. We have to keep those controlled variables intact. Never forget the controls or you throw off your entire experiment. So we're back to 50 milliliters and we're going to start now. 4, 5. Stop. Remove. And let's look. So now this one is at 30 milliliters.
So when we come over here, there's 30 milliliters left. That means trial 2 for members mark absorbed 20 milliliters.
So you can see there is a difference. And that's why it's important to run multiple trials. So let's go on to the Nice brand, which is brand 2. Let me stop, reset the clock. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one is at 29 milliliters. The bottom of the meniscus is at 29 milliliters.
So 50 minus 29, that means the paper towel absorbed 21 milliliters.
Now on to the third brand. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, this one actually went to 26 milliliters.
So when you put it on the chart, it would be 50 minus 26. So it absorbed,
Math.
math, yay, math.
4?
4 milliliters.
4? Question mark?
And you can see it's very important. I went over just a little bit, and now I'm at 50 milliliters. So it's very important to keep the controls the same as best you can. All right, let's go on to our third and final trial. So we're starting off with the members mark. You ready? Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one came down to the 32 milliliters.
So 50 minus 32. That means it absorbed 18 milliliters.
Alrighty, so now to the nice brand. Make sure this is good and tight. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one is at 32 milliliters.
So 50 minus 32, 18 milliliters.
Now, for our last of the 9 trials. Two, 3, 4, 5. That one is at 27 milliliters.
50 minus 27 would be 23 milliliters. So now that we have all of our data, we need to find the average of each one. So step 1 for average is you add all of the numbers together. So 16 plus 20 plus 18 would be 54. Then you divide by the number in the set. So there's 1, 2, 3 numbers in the set. So 54 divided by 3, you should get 18. So our average amount of water absorbed by the members mark is 18 milliliters. And then you'll do the same one for each brand of paper towels. So when you add all of those together, you get 59. There's still 3 numbers in the set. And you get a really weird number. So we're gonna round it up, 19.667 milliliters for the Nice brand. And then the Bounty brand, you add them all up, you get 68. You still have 3 in your set. So 68 divided by 3 is 22.667 milliliters. So if you look at the chart as a whole, if you look at the 3 averages, you can tell that the Bounty brand has the highest average. So we can assume that the Bounty brand is the most absorbent of the 3 types that we tested. So you could do this at home if you have 3 different types of paper towels, but that's totally up to you. But now you know what to ask your mom to buy at the store.
And you also tell her what brand not to buy, and that's Member's Mark, because that soaks up the least.
Pitiful.